All my life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
Anything in
It
here?
was a yearning, a thirst for discovery that could be neither
jump.
numbed nor sated.
What do we have? Where's my tambourine? That's a sun ring. That's really worth getting if I can. That's the Lock of Fury, which I really like on Abominations. It's both damage and speed, which combined are very powerful. This one's pretty decent too. Accuracy and dodge on the Grave Robber. It's not perfect because it's only accuracy for range skills, and the Grave Robber does mix up range and melee, and having plus stress damage is not that great on a blue. It doesn't do all that much, but it's accuracy and something, which is kind of nice. So really, there's 3 items that I'm interested in. And other than that, I still need to clear out some of these bosses, to clear out the 8-pounder pretty soon. We could just run the same group again and go after, this isn't level 3 though. What do I have for levels? I do have some level 3s. We could run a level 3 group to go pick up the Sun Ring. Sun Rings are like they're probably the strongest item in the game right now that I can think of. It's so easy to keep your torch above 75. There's no downsides to having your torch over 75, and it's accuracy and damage in one kind of sweet package. It's pretty awesome. So, Dazzling Charm. What is a Dazzling Charm you're talking about? There's no Dazzling Charm here. Okay. So really it's level 1s here for the A-bomb item, or level 3 for the Sun Ring. The thing about Sun Ring is I need like 3 of them, and I only need 1 of the A-bomb ring, so it's probably better to do this. Do we have the Siren yet? We have the Siren here too, but they keep giving me shitty items or items I already have, and I would prefer to get items I didn't have or not shitty items. So let's go do this Sun Ring mission. It's going to be a level 3 again. It's okay over-leveling the Cove a little bit right now, because it's not caught up with the other ones anyways. So what do we want to bring? We could do a Mark group, I think. We have an Occultist at level 2. Maybe. Yeah, we do have level 2 Occultists, although relying on level 2 Occultists for healing could be bad. We could do Bounty Hunter and Leper again. But if we're going to do max on level 3s, this is a level 3, that's a level 3. These are both good with marks. Run Bounty Hunter for that. Do we have a level 2 Bounty Hunter? No, we have 2 level 1 Bounty Hunters. So what if we don't run marking? What else could go in there? We could just fill this in with Hellion Vestal. But I don't love that group. A lot of level 1s in here, Aqua. About half of my barracks are level 1s. God, that Sun Ring though, it's so good. Be used on my damage dealing classes like pretty much non-stop for the rest of the game. Can run Plague Doctor here. So that's damage. What do I heal from? I heal from the front. Don't feel very comfortable healing from the front with this group. I mean, self-heal, self-heal, no self-heal, heal from the front. It's not a very good heal in the front either, though. Still, we'd have some stuns, we'd have double heals and potentially a stress heal. Let's try this. Doesn't feel particularly strong to me, it feels a little weak. But we have backup healers and the rest of it. Alright, so let's set up how that would look. How's the guild looking? We got level 3s yet? We got level 3s. Spade needs... It's actually okay. Shark Tooth... actually okay as well. Don't know what their 4th ability is going to be. Jack needs his healing up, his inspiring cry up, his stun up, his damage up. Looks good. And Rascent here. Alright, I'm tired of unnamed characters. We're gonna I think this is unnamed. I'm pretty sure my Witch Doctor's unnamed. I think we're gonna give him away in a moment here. Alright, the other thing I'm gonna want with this is hit points and armor if we're gonna be doing this. Alright, damage here. This guy needs health. Probably doesn't need damage quite as much. But at least one level is better than nothing. It's health. I want to go first. Alright, we're spending more money than I wanted to do here. Alright, that was a little more expensive than it necessarily needed to be. Okay, let's quickly take a look. Anything that needs to be cured? Dark Temptation. I keep going back and we're bringing Shark Tooth anyways. Stress Eater. Stress Eater's an annoying one. It's hard to plan around, but okay. This is the spot needs to be gotten rid of. Okay. Winded. This is the spot in Winded. Okay. Alright. How does this group look to me? Kind of weak. Not terribly weak, kind of weak. Bit worried about Crusader solo healing this, but alright. Sort by rarity, set this up. Accuracy. Kind of want the Plague Doctor needs to run. That's accuracy and stun and blights, and I kind of wanted the other blight one too. Don't want minus bleed particularly. Maybe. Alright, Houndmaster needs stunning. Probably needs accuracy. I hate giving him minus 8 dodge for accuracy, but I need to be able to hit stuff to stun it. And Crusader needs to be healing. I don't think there's any plus heal items I can get. I could have got a Surgeon's Charm, but I didn't. So that's going to be a little bit awkward. Other than that, what can he use? He can use the stun. This is not terrible. He needs to stun. And he can get that one too, also at the cost of dodge. He's got to hit things again, right? And he, honestly, I don't want him stunning. I want the Houndmaster stunning. I want him healing. So what can I do for healing? Just raw HP is fine. And I suppose the survival guide is fine. That leaves the Arbalest. Eldritch Slayer. Sounds pretty reasonable. Okay, so the damage comes from the Arbalest and the Plague Doctor. Alternatively, I could run healing on the Arbalest. I wonder how much that would help. It's basically plus 1 heal each. Doesn't sound that good. Alright, here goes maybe something. We have camping skills. Kinda. Let's hope this works. A bit worried about this. Alright, the Cove. Bring shovels, skeleton keys, medicinal herbs. One holy water's decent. Bring torches. And we're gonna max out on food because I'm worried about the healing. Okay. When do I choose the dog bones? The dog bones, you don't choose them. They just auto-equip to if you bring a Houndmaster. When do I use them? That's a different question. I use them based on 2 things. If I know I have a guaranteed boss fight coming up or a big fight I'm worried about, I'll use them there. Alternatively, I'll use them if I'm trying to clear out my inventory to make room for
Recover
loot.
these lost shipments of rarities. That
Alright,
may
we need to
prevent
change
them from
these skills
falling
around.
into even less scrupulous hands.
Attack, stun, heal, guard. Looks pretty good. I mean, maybe I should leave Mark on. Mark is going to help. Alright, let's leave guard off for now. We'll leave mark on. We might have to switch back. Heals dots looks good. Heals and stuns looks good. Damage. I'm gonna take Sniper's Mark, I guess. Alright, we'll try this. Consider switching it around in a minute. Okay. Hey, Shonald. We'll consider an all dark run. I mean, that might be a fun way to extend the replayability of this game for me, right? Is an all dark run on NG after we beat it on NG, but let's pace ourselves.
Watch your step.
This is a lot of stress over here on this guy starting 53. I don't need those. Could camp early, I suppose. Maybe after this next room. Excuse me, guys. All Jester run? Probably isn't even that terrible. Alright, Stresscaster's at level 3. No, don't push my Crusader around. He can't heal if he gets moved. The goal is to allow the Crusader to heal while the other guys do damage, so we're going to attempt that goal. He'll die to the dot. Stun him here. 4 is not particularly good. All Grave Robbers using lunges. Very hard, especially with classes that have very similar speed to determine the action, who's going to act. I was actually counting on this guy to fucking get a stun off in there. It was an annoying attack.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
It's getting kind of beat up. How does it feel to be back? Feels good to be back. Yeah, about that. I want to beat the stun next round. Stun is maybe better than damage here. Better than healing here. Okay, he dies to the dot now.
Death by inches.
It really is Fred Frost. Even a difference of like 3 to 4 in speed is not going to actually determine. The RNG on that is going to be enough that you're going to still not see them consistently acting in a certain order. Once you start getting like distance of like 8, it starts to be a little bit more predictable. But like 3 or 4, like I've run guys who have on guard or whatever the first round one is, who 2 Crusaders, and they still don't always act in the correct order. 5 damage, so he'll die before he can act because he has one more round of stun in the next one. So we actually really have the question of where do we want to do damage to? Where do we want to heal? We can stun this guy and start doing damage in a minute. Do I know if the weak limitation is a big deal? I don't know. I expect it's not, but the reason there's a weak limitation in here at all is to prevent people from just farming everything they want before they attempt the end boss content, the end content, right? It's supposed to just put some time pressure on the player to be act as a limiting factor. I'd really like to inspire and cry.
The slow death, unforeseen. unforgiving.
Okay, 10 damage, he dies anyways, so we might as well heal people.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Is this the room? I want to camp anyways. Why can't I camp? I'm in the fucking room, why can't I camp?
Gathered close in tenuous firelight, an uneasy companionship.
Alright, I'd like to run Hound's Watch. Other than that, I want to restring crossbow for sure. Kinda would like to run this one, self-medicate. So if we're gonna run Hound's Watch, it's 4. All companions remove stress by... One companion reduce stress by 15. Self only, all companions reduce stress by 15. That's not gonna be that helpful. Encourage is 2. So we could run... I don't really need self for stress. I need this one. So self-medicate here. And then encourage there. Okay. Worst quirk? Yeah, Curious is pretty fucking bad. Any of the... I really hate the quirks that take action, like, control away from my characters. Especially the ones that... Maybe if it wasn't just Curious, like the... Whatever the one that makes you interact with Koro is. The quirks that make you interact with the items that can remove negative quirks are pretty bad.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright. Compulsive, yep, it's bad. I want that item. I need the gold. What am I getting rid of? Food? Need to get rid of these dog buffs. I forgot I had dog biscuits. I forgot I had them in my inventory. Mostly I use them as a stunner, so it's really hard for me to want to use these items, but I'm going to. They have to be bad, so I'm induced to get rid of them. Yeah. Kleptomaniac's a bad one. It's another really bad one. Stun the one that hasn't moved yet. It's pretty stupid to use a damage buff when I'm using stun, which isn't damage at all, but oh well. I'll stun this guy because he hasn't, or plague this guy since he hasn't moved. Start doing some damage to him. Random crit, alright. Wasn't the intention there. I was trying to actually get this guy in a position I could do damage to him. Stunning is probably better than healing. I should maybe swap these two's position. I guess I can, Noxious Blast if I did that. Yep, the starting Crusader always has Kleptomaniac, that is correct. It is one of the worst ones. However, you can, if you don't always get it locked in after the first round. Sometimes, after the first round, you can avoid getting Kleptomaniac locked in, and then if you run it on the third round, if you just run a different class besides him, you can sometimes just stall long enough to get the Sanitarium up and working, so you don't have to worry about it. I actually want Speedstones. I like them. Generally like them a little bit earlier than this. So you can make it so the guy, even though he starts with Kleptomaniac, you can make it so he doesn't have it locked in, and then therefore you can treat it at least. So. Yes, fucking Stress Caster. I just got rid of my bandage too, right before fighting this guy. He has Arterial Pinch, which is a really, really nasty one. They both acted. It's probably better to stun and then try to kill them before they act again. Oh, that wasn't my stun though. I just literally talked myself through how I wanted to do that and then didn't. Amazing. Alright, we can stun the Madman from here.
As the fiend falls,
And get a random crit.
a faint hope blossoms.
You don't need 5k to remove it. That's my whole point. Is if you have to run him on mission 1. The pre-start mission you use him. On mission 1 you have to run him. By the time you have mission 2 you can recruit things that aren't him. So he doesn't always get Kleptomaniac locked in for the expensive one on mission 1. Sometimes he doesn't. So you can instead get it on mission, like not use him on mission 2 and then wait until the sanitarium unlocks and remove it. Send a donation! Donation from Reodor. That's Reodor88. Donates $30 and says testing your donation thing. Well, thank you very much, man.
Tribute received.
That's it's a good way to test it by throwing $30 at it. I like it. I like it. Cheers, man. Alright, what are we doing here? We wouldn't mind starting to heal. I also wouldn't mind stunning. I might be able to stun this guy, but I might not. I'm gonna try here. We didn't bring stunning items on this guy because I assumed healing would be better, but in retrospect, that's no reason to assume healing would be better. A lot of times, not being able to do the damage is better than using some of it. You need them alive? If you want the achievement, maybe. I don't really care about the achievement.
A singular strike.
Alright, so he's taking 10, he's gonna be at 2. Now he's dead for sure. Okay, now we'll put the sniper's mark here, since apparently if I can get 2 full rounds on it, it's worth it. Just. I'd like to heal.
Continue the onslaught.
We're gonna let him have one action here.
Destroy them all.
% protection's not fucking around. There's that nasty bleed. Stun him, no reason not to.
The ground
Crits in a row is
quakes.
kind of nice. We do get plus crits when they're marked, but I don't really think that's anything. Alright, let's just dump some damage into him. We might be able to kill him this round. Or just stun him again, I suppose. We have stun plus stun. Probably top somebody else up. Wouldn't mind stress healing there if I can.
A
That's the third
decisive
crit in a row.
pummeling.
It's pretty unlikely. Alright, what do we care about
Trifling
here?
victory.
Why do we have 2 anti-venoms?
But a victory nonetheless.
No. What else in here? We're gonna need a lot of inventory space in here. There's no way the Dodge Stone makes it home. No way. What was my downside to doing this? Noxious Blast is in the front too. She's gonna need some healing in a little bit though, and she's not in a position where she can be reached by the Crusader. I think we're gonna spend one fight with her in position 3. You're just a good shark too. 3 crits in a row. Nice. I forgot to give away the guys, didn't I? Alright. Next time I remember. Okay, Scout Ping. Quest location and Curio. So we need to go up, unfortunately. It's just additive for stun. So if a crab has 70 resist, and your stun has a base percentage. If you look on this, the stunning base percentage on this one is 119%. If you add items to it, so like this one, the base percentage is 144, but I add another 40 to it, so that's now 184. And then I subtract the stun resistance of the unit I'm attacking. So if he had 70 and I had 184, I have more than 100% chance to stun him. He's gonna be stunned. Alright. I just want this fucking thing to die. Let's blind it first. I'm gonna stun this guy too. Am I gonna stun this guy? No, let's just dump some damage. I want this guy dead as soon as possible. If I get a round of being bled on, that's a big deal. 3. Can't get to him to kill him. And I did bring this guy specifically to heal, so let's get her in position to heal. There's the bleed.
Death waits for the
on
slightest
it,
lapse
too.
in concentration.
Call the Deep is a damage buff. It's still a little scary. We're gonna stun him the next 2 rounds, so we only get 1 round out of that. I could kill here, or I could stun. We're gonna stun. Guys, the caster's already active, so it's not like I have to beat him to the punch. I'm gonna kill here.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
Cure the bleed.
offensive.
It's a really big bleed, and I don't want to take 24 damage. And we're gonna heal here. Unless the stun misses, that's correct. Blast.
Well struck.
Nice amount of stress resist. We'll stun again. So right now, if you look, we're still at 144 base, plus the 40, so we're at 184. This guy currently has 110 stun resist because we stunned him last time. He gets the plus 40, but we're still looking at about a over a 70% chance to stun. So we're going to attempt it. Doesn't guarantee it, but pretty good. Every time you stun a guy in a row, he gets a stacking anti-stun buff. You guys didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that or not. I'm going to take a time to remove some stress. We decided that if we're going to be able to shoot for 2 rounds, it's worth doing it. And this guy next round, he probably isn't going to want to stun, so he gets benefits from marked target as well. Not much because he has too much protection, but
Precision.
another crit
and
out of her.
power.
Nice. Tidal Slam is a stun and knockback. She resisted. I don't know yet. Shark Tooth, it would depend entirely. It would just depend on what I need when I get there. I mean, the barracks is small enough here that I kind of plan on using all of my guys in the later levels. Just depends which groups I want to run when. I mean, if I really were min-maxing this game super ridiculously hard, I would go plan out what I needed for each of the bosses and each of the final Darkest Dungeon missions, and I'd only level those classes. But I'm more interested in at least playing around a little bit with what's in it. This sucks. I would like to pick this up, but I can't. Too many things in inventory that I'm going to have to start throwing out, such as Holy Waters, which I might have to throw out now anyways. Yep, if you have 80 accuracy and they have 70 dodge, you have a 10% chance to hit something. Dodge and accuracy are opposites in this game, that is correct. I don't want to pick this item up. Great. Toss torches, we're going to burn through them shortly. We're going to have a lot more stuff to do. It's too early to be throwing away torches, I think. Alright, these guys haven't acted yet. We're going to get a surprise round. I think on surprise round turns, it's often better to play grenade very, very fast guys, because they're going to get at least 1 action off anyways, and this way you maximize the damage you're doing to them. Stun that guy. Just went on. Put a shot to him. My hope is he dies. I was thinking he died at 2 rounds, but if he dies at 1 round, that's perfect. And then we can maybe stun this guy. I can swap their positions again now that she's at full health. So I can at least noxious blast with him. Her. I guess they're both hers. Toss the Speedstone. I kind of wanted a Speedstone in my inventory. Sometimes it's getting a little bit late in the game for it to be useful, but I do like the ability to... it helps set up. If you're trying to get some guys to go ahead of other ones by pumping up the speed on one and reducing the speed on the other, you open up that difference a little bit more and make it more likely you're going to actually going to have the difference that you're looking for. There's no reason to cast anything from this position. I guess I could just move next round, have some utility. Let's switch their position. It's annoying. Stun that guy. Just noxious. He moved. Play grenade him. Feels like a slow battle of attrition that the Crusader's slowly losing the heals. Right, you're dead. 5, and it's at 4, it is dead. Everyone else can just heal.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I don't really want to do that yet. Where are we? Yeah. This is almost certainly a waste right now to even open it, but I'm not coming back this way, but it's probably a waste to use a shovel. Shovel guarantees that you get into the chest, but I'm pretty sure I have no space for the items that I'm going to pick up into anyways. Or eating. Alright. Yeah, quotes are really good in this game. Narrator's just done a really good job. I don't actually have a key. There's... Last quest location is just south of us, though. Okay. Alright. Fish carcass, nice. Not that we're gonna be able to use any of it, probably. Too bad. It's a lot of cash in there. I was really hoping to run into something I could use this on. I could run. Well, we know that the last quest item's there, so I can get rid of shovels, I guess. Since we know we have all 3 quest items. I will take that. Just use that, I suppose. I could just set this up to max torches and get rid of them too.
Find victory.
Since what it looks like we're setting up to do here is just to go home after that quest location. Alright, 4 times groupers with surprise. This is the scariest round in the cove, in my opinion. Because what happens is, like, alright, you'll do some damage and maybe kill 1 or maybe not, or do some damage to them. Then all 4 will focus fire like 1 target, and they'll go 8 times in a row. So each of them will go off, and then the next round will start, and the other 4 will go off. And they can just fucking kill your guys right off the bat, which is really scary to me. So let's stun. Let's play grenade. Let's stun. Just resisted it, it's really bad. 17. Alright, so we're gonna put damage in there. He'll die before he can act. So here's the scary bit. So we're gonna get hit 6 times here before we can heal. And if they focus fire and get crits, we can die.
Mortality
There's the scary
clarified
bits.
in a single
Crit.
strike.
Alright, next round. They all go before me. Oh, they're not all going before me. Fantastic. I should be able to shoot this guy.
A devastating blow.
Alright, this guy really needs to heal, but probably better than that is stunning. Is he dead? 5's at 9. If I put a dot on him, he's dead. Good. He's already stunned this round. Okay, he's already stunned this round. So let's heal. Okay. Should be able to kill him with Bola, I think. 5 damage, he's gonna be at 1. Yeah, I don't know if that was right or not. I would have liked some more healing. Ouch. Alright, more stuff I want.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
850 beats 500. I would like crests. We have 2 more hallways to traverse, though. I have a lot of crests in here already. I guess it's time for getting rid of medicinal herbs. That sucks. Yeah. Alright. Probably just gonna end. We're gonna run out of inventory space before we do anything. That's the problem with the collection missions. They always suck for that reason. So yeah, I just threw out my things I needed for this. I can't interact with that now. Out of torches too. Alright, well, let's do this. Let's eat these. This item. Okay, let's continue just briefly. I just want to walk to the first item. I'm trying not to get a food ping now. Can we ditch anything for 350 gold? We can't. Okay. Time to leave. We are victorious, but at what cost? When I check these out, you said I can mouse over them and it'll tell me what these are. Where are recent achievements though? I have recent news, view all achievements. Man. Complete 25 quests. Oh, these are just a lot of kind of like basic achievement style things. Alright. Did pick up a sun ring out of that. We're putting people to level 4 though before we started on the level 3 bosses, which is not where we really want to be.